Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about this from the gamer. Rian Johnson says his Star Wars trilogy is still being discussed. 5 years on from its announcement, an entirely new Star Wars trilogy is still on the table. Oh, motherfuckers. First and foremost, I'm gonna discuss multiple things. First and foremost, on the fan area, on the customer area, of course, it's still being discussed because it's one of the examples of what you should not do on a IP, sequel, or whatever you want to frame it. Even prequels, in some of them, in this case. But it's what you should not do. And two, discussing here on the article, you know what, let's read it first. 5 years on from when it was first announced, Rian Johnson has revealed his Star Wars trilogy isn't dead yet. Sadly, despite being busy piecing together his Knives Out universe for Netflix, Johnson has revealed his potential trio of Star Wars movies still being discussed, even though it felt as if Disney and Lucasfilm would be leaving that format behind. Johnson revealed that he and Lucasfilm still discussed the trilogy during a recent interview with Empire. It's just at this point a matter of schedule, and when it can happen, it would break my heart if I were finished, if I couldn't get back in that sandbox at some point. Johnson said, seemingly a matter of when the trilogy gets made rather than when if the director comments are anything to go by. So, basically, they're still discussing trilogies, or maybe they're continuing the garbage that they released with Ma Race to Skywalker, or the other garbage that they have been releasing as of late. But before I go on, before I tear a new hole on this goddamn nonsense, an integral part of sprawling Star Wars story have been traditionally been told 3 movies at a time. The original 3 movies, the prequel trilogy, and then the 3 movies that included Johnson, The Last Jedi, which was garbage. It only made sense that Lucasfilm would continue with that format. But fan reaction to the final 3 movies resulted in a rethink and move to persistent storytelling. That persistent storytelling has been made up of movies that have filled the gaps between Star Wars core movies such as Rogue One and Solo, and incredibly popular Disney Plus shows. The Mandalorian was an unmitigated hit, which you idiots then went on and ruined it. And on Will Spin, Tangerine Man Bad storylines, a very different tale about characters in Star Wars universe later this month. Well, in other words, it seems that Disney has not quite learned its lesson. Example, they released Rogue One and Solo, which were modestly better than the trilogy they released. And don't worry, I did not watch them. I will not waste my precious life in garbage like that. I have already wasted enough of my life watching that episode of Resident Evil and October Faction, and quite frankly, my life is too precious for this. Unless you pay me to do it, then probably. Hey, sitting my ass off and getting paid to do nothing. Yeah, that would be something I'll be interested in. But otherwise, it seems that Disney has not learned that people absolutely hated the garbage how they told the story. It's all about putting down men and making female characters Mary Sue's. Which, quite frankly, I'll be honest, I don't think I have the patience to endure. And it seems that a lot of people pretty much said the same thing. Andor now, that one is going to be another shit. About the same size as the... what was it, the other stuff that they released? No, not the Mandalorian. The Boba Fett book or something like that. The Book of Boba Fett. That one was a massive joke. And then there was Obi-Wan. That one was another massive joke. And it was bad. At this point, I don't know who is worse. Book of Boba Fett or Obi-Wan? Or the upcoming one, Andor. At this point, I'm thinking Disney really wants to outdo itself in shittiness. Fuck me. It seems like a shitty roller coaster of bad Star Wars releases. So in other words, Disney has learned nothing. Because after all, it's Kathleen Kennedy at the helm. And Rian Johnson, you suck! And that goddamn fucking hell, have a great fucking night.